earlier this week, musician Calvin Harris and presenter Vic Hope announced the birth of their newborn son, Micah.
But it was the pictures of Vic's placenta, which the couple have had dehydrated, turned into capsules, which caught everyone's attention.
Well, whether it's in capsule or gummy form or cooked or drunk in a smoothie, growing numbers of new mums are opting to consume their placentas.
But some doctors have warned it could be doing your health more harm than good. So what's the truth behind the power of the placenta? Dr. Sara is here now to help. This is so interesting. And I know we've got our own sort of thoughts and
it's been
about
quite
this.
divisive, hasn't it, on the internet? It's, you know...
It has been. I think, look, it's a trend that we're definitely seeing more of. We know that birth is this highly emotive, complicated, sometimes even traumatic experience. And I'm seeing more and more mums trying to kind of empower themselves after that experience and trying to harness natural new ways to improve their health afterwards. And I think that's where this trend is kind of coming from. It's coming from an area of natural empowerment. Mm-hmm. Now, the placenta itself is this incredible organ. It grows in our womb during pregnancy. It offers the baby nutrients, oxygen. It removes the waste back from the baby. And it also produces its own hormones, like estrogen and progesterone. So
it's filled with goodness, right?
Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah. And then after you've given birth, you also birth the placenta,
which I didn't know that was a thing, by the way.
I know, it's always a bit surprising.
I thought that was the end of it. They were like, there's more. And I was like, what?
Yeah, this huge bloody slug.
It's like a Marvel movie where there's something after the credits.
Yeah, it's an experience.
Oh, yeah, Joel. Yeah, it's exactly like a movie.
Sorry, carry on.
Exactly. Except we have to experience it. But some people are choosing to encapsulate their placenta. So essentially that means the placenta is collected after you've given birth. They then dehydrate it and grind it and then put it into capsule form. But it can also be put into gummy form. And now there are even some tinctures and face creams and balms that can be used.
We did this, by the way. We did
this.
Me and Hannah did this, and so yeah, we had this sort of job of freezing it afterwards immediately. Then it got picked up, and I had to fill out all the paperwork afterwards. That was like, you know, Hannah's just gone through this incredible thing of giving birth, and that's literally my only job, is to fill out this form correctly. It was so much pressure.
What was it that made you decide you wanted to do it? Had you kind of seen it somewhere or read something?
We'd seen it somewhere. And I think we're going to talk through sort of the benefits of it, whether it's could be possibly harmful, but we'd heard that it was good, so we sort of went for it and thought, why not? But we did go into sort of the science of it and things like that. But as long as it's done right, I think that is the big thing, right? Yeah,
look, there are some purported health benefits, things like improved energy, faster recovery, improved milk supply, improved mood, which can help, with things like postnatal depression. And whilst the placenta does have a myriad of nutrients in it, unfortunately, the evidence is lacking. There is no robust, large enough scaled studies to show that these elements are then transferred into capsule form and then are offered to you after it's gone through all of those processes.
So could all the goodness and nutrients be lost in the process of making it into a pill, cream or gummy, whatever?
Exactly. It's similar to ultra-processed food. We know that the more processes that something goes through, the more of those nutrients are then lost. And we know that heating things can denature the proteins, denature the hormones and break them down. So we don't actually know how much of it ends up in you and how much of it is then absorbed into you from the capsule form. So I think until we have any better studies telling us otherwise, we have to assume that some of these purported health benefits are the power of placebo, which in itself is an absolutely fine thing.
True.
It's an incredible power to have a placebo, but that's only the case when there isn't a risk associated with it. I don't mind placebo effects and the benefits of placebo as long as there isn't a risk. And unfortunately, there are some potential risks surrounding the encapsulation and processing of the placenta. The main risks are contamination and infection from bacteria. And that's because giving birth isn't the most sterile process. No. Our vaginas aren't sterile. People do open their bowels during childbirth. So it's not the most sterile process. We also know that any bacteria that you have within you anyway will be harboured within the placenta too. And there's unfortunately been one case study in the US where a baby got a serious infection and it was traced back to that infection that was in an encapsulated placenta capsule that the mother was taking and then passed on through potentially breastfeeding. So it's for this reason that the NHS and the RCOG, the Royal College of Obstetrics and Gynecology, don't recommend that we do consume our placenta post-birth.
Right. So there needs to be more research into it to kind of know either way.
Yeah,
right?
I think more research, and if it does end up showing positive results, then we need to regulate how the placenta is encapsulated. Make
and
sure
who you're
that...
sending it to and what they're actually doing.
Exactly.
If you are taking the decision to consume it, is there a way that is maybe thought of as better?
Yeah, look,
Capsule, gummy. I didn't really even know there was face creams.
Yeah, look, I would say most of these things, whilst they're, they do have these great purported health benefits, there are also alternatives that we know have scientific evidence. So, iron supplements will have iron that will definitely, reach your system. Face creams, we know there are niacinamides, ceramides, all of these things that have the same kind of benefits as the ones that are purported here. So, yes, I totally appreciate if you'd like to do these, absolutely, it's your choice. But there are other things that you can do that we know work.
So we got the gummies and the face cream, and I've got to be honest, they were just on the side like this all the time, and I would just eat the gummies every day. I don't know whether, to be honest, they look good. I might have one of those, but I don't know whether
that it's mainly supposed to be there to make sure that the mother feels better again after birth, but you're taking them.
And you wouldn't advise other people eating other people's placenta.
You're not meant to consume other people's bodily parts.
Hi, everyone. Just wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.